said, it can't happen to me, until an active shooter came into a casino and killed 58 people in 10 minutes. And she said, it can't happen to me, until a cyber breach happened at a local government where they were requesting funds in Bitcoin. And they said, it can't happen to me, until an aircraft crashed in a building in New York on September 11th. And I said, it can't happen to me, until a tornado with wind speeds exceeding 130 miles per hour totaled my vehicle while I was inside of it. So what's the one thing that we all had in common? It can't happen to me. And in the words of Mike Tyson, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. My name is Vanessa Vaughn, founder and chief resilience officer of Asfalis. We develop resilient DNAs and focus on our customers' reputation, profitability, and their ability to operate. We are taking a fresh look at risk in the 21st century by taking our customers through a safe, secure, and sure formula, by focusing on those who are either in a crisis or vulnerable to a crisis. Our total market size is $140 billion nationally, and we target financial services, manufacturing, and government. Typically, organizations spend less than 1% of their annual revenue on crisis management and business continuity, and in Charlotte, that creates a $280 million market size. We obtain our customers through online channels, seminars, and strategic partners, and since 2017, we have generated over $20,000 in annual revenue by creating frameworks that transform our customers' cultures and enhance a resilient community. Our ask is for staffing as well as introductions to organizations who need our services. Any questions? I can hear you.
I can work the mic better. So how are you targeting your customers and how are you reaching them to let them know that it can happen to them?
So what we've realized in Charlotte is that there's an educational gap around crisis management and business continuity. So we do quarterly seminars, podcasts, and webinars. And through that, people attend our seminars as well as through our strategic partners who we partner with to obtain more customers.
And what's your conversion rate on those events?
On the events or customers in general?
Customers in general. So if they've come out to your events, what's your conversion rate for getting them in as actual customers?
3 to 5%.
You talked about a formula. What actually do you do? Do you take them through a process? You engage them? What is exactly is the product?
So we physically are providing training, planning, and consulting services. And so essentially we develop frameworks and maturity models so organizations can be resilient. That's the ultimate goal. And so we oftentimes meet people who have no basis of crisis management or business continuity. They don't know what reputation management is or even how to confidently respond. And so we help to create that culture.
Good. And how do you price your product?
Well, we have lots of experience. So my background has been 11 years in crisis management and business continuity. So a lot of that is just industry knowledge of being in that space. But outside of that, there's lots of organizations within our space that help us price if you're looking for crisis management versus crisis communications versus business continuity, what does that look like? And it's also depending on your market and where you are.
Vanessa, what makes you what you're proposing uniquely different?
Well, to be frank, there's not too many people who look like me in risk. And oftentimes our customers have commented that it's a breath of fresh air to see a woman and that's a minority that has a Homeland Security emergency management background, as well as that has spent 11 years between government and corporations. And so I think outside of myself, we have an esteemed team, and the team is really what makes us. We try very hard to get people that have the experience and that also have the influence in the industry, and that's something that's very hard to find, which is why we're looking for staffing.
Just one follow-up question. In terms of pricing, how are you doing your pricing?
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, as you determine your market, and how you want to price your services? What are you basing it on?
So a couple of things. Because we're providing a service, we look to have a range or a margin of about 40%, and currently we're at 44%. But then outside of that, we're in a subscription model. And so if we take on a customer, we take the first 10% down. The next 80 to 90% is paid on a monthly basis, and then the remainder is paid at the end.